course of the last 45 years, preservation in Maine has been supported by the leadership of Christopher Carson Glass of Camden. A native of Texas, Chris moved to Maine in 1970, shortly after graduating from the Yale University School of Art and Architecture. He established an architectural practice in Camden in 1974, working on both new design and the rehabilitation of historic properties. Chris was elected to the board of this organization in 1975, then known as Maine Citizens for Historic Preservation, and demonstrating his leadership, he served as its president from 1978 to 1980, and again in 2007 to 2008. Chris became an architect member of the Maine Historic Preservation Commission from 1979 to 1991, and also led it as chair from 1985 to 1991. Demonstrating his communication skills for historic preservation, Chris edited the early annual newsletters of Maine Preservation from 1975 to 1984, which he illustrated with many detailed and wonderful drawings of significant historic properties throughout our state. A gifted writer, Chris is also the author of 3 books on Maine historic architecture: At Home in Maine, Houses Designed to Fit the Land, published in 2005, Historic Maine Homes, 300 Years of Great Houses, published in 2009, and he co-authored with Earl Shuttleworth and Scott Hansen, Homes Down East, Classic Maine Coastal Cottages and Townhouses in 2014. Not only is Chris a talented writer, he's also an eloquent speaker. He's given many lectures at Maine Preservation's conferences and for other organizations, quickly drawing in the audience with his insightful comments and quick wit. He has helped in multiple ways to effectively communicate the importance of historic preservation, which is an invaluable asset in our field. Chris also worked directly in education as he taught architecture courses at Bowdoin College for 20 years. In addition, Chris has been an active advocate for state efforts and also very involved in local preservation efforts, including in his hometown of Camden. In his professional life, he was directly involved in high-quality historic preservation rehabilitation work on significant buildings throughout the state. In 1983, he provided 12 drawings to Farmington, and its downtown still reflects his recommendations. He was architect for restoration of the beautiful 1820 Ruggles House in Columbia Falls and the rehabilitation of the 1853 Rankin Block in Rockland. He also planned Castine Historical Society's rehabilitations of Abbott School and the Grindle House. His more recent work on the Freedom Mill is nothing short of miraculous and facilitated the founding of the now famous restaurant, The Lost Kitchen. Chris was also a key participant in starting and funding Maine Preservation's Protect and Sell program. He personally provided a generous match to a grant from the 1772 Foundation that got the program up and running. Protect and Sell has been a critical driver in protecting numerous historic properties in Maine through the use of preservation easements. Chris continues to share his expertise in his 4th stint on the board of Maine Preservation. Chris, you have been an exemplary leader throughout your career, generously volunteering your talents and gifts to promote, communicate, lead, advocate, rehabilitate buildings, and donate to preservation efforts throughout Maine. We are all the fortunate beneficiaries of your vision, commitment, and tremendous contributions, and are pleased to recognize you yet again with this Lifetime Dedication Award.
My interest in architecture and preserving the best of our built environment probably started as a child when I attended the schools of the Washington National Cathedral, while the cathedral itself was under construction. I experienced how powerful being in certain and beautiful spaces affects us as human beings. I came of age during a very idealistic period in this nation's history, the Kennedy years and the Great Society years of Lyndon Johnson, when JFK said, "Ask not what your country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country." which I chose to mean to serve the cause of preservation. And that came because my wife and I had moved to Maine and away from the cathedral. I was fortunate in Maine to meet and be inspired by Earl Shuttleworth and Sally Rand and the other founders of Maine Citizens for Historic Preservation, which later became Maine Preservation. And Maine still has so much architecture to save. I'm happy to have been involved in the whole process.